Welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot. And oh my goodness, let me tell you, welcome to the week of October 20th through the 24th. Oh my goodness, is all I gotta say. Make some room, get ready to do some happy dances. This is the week. Welcome to the week, the most serendipitous week, social week, exceptional week, and exciting week of October. We have the best week of October where there's a grand air trine, there's 2 grand water trines, no pressure, and also a new moon in Libra. So I'm getting this out a little bit late just because I wanted to do a separate read on today's read for today where Mars and Mercury perfect their conjunction at 19 degrees. So if you haven't seen that video, it goes more into depth, check it out. But for the whole week here, let's get started. Actually, before we get started, I'm so sorry, I almost forgot my intro. Thank you guys so much for being here, being part of this journey, part of the Honey Sea Star family, together here with me on this channel. Truly, each and every one of you, all your love makes the world, truly makes a difference, makes me melt. And I love each and every one of you guys back. I'm so sorry again, I'm behind on comments, and also spoiler alert, so the meditation videos kind of take a bit of time, and so I'm going to forego doing a new moon meditation video. I'm sorry in advance. I hope you guys still love me after that. But either way, this is the new moon. I tell you what, one of the best new moons in all of 2025. This is the one to seed plant. Set your intentions. We'll get into it. So this week, like I was saying, it's going to be the most social. We have so much activation in our 3rd house. It's just crazy. It's also exceptional with how many alignments are activating in how many houses. Our 7th house, 3rd house, 11th house, 6th house, 10th house. I mean, it's just get ready. And it's going to be exciting. There's like back to back to back kind of formations that are coming in and delivering all of these special gifts. So all that transformation, I just want you to know, all the transformation that occurred this whole summer, all this year really, has been preparing you for this week. It is coming in hot this week, like freshly baked bread out of an oven. I'm just saying. And remember, you just also had Venus sextile Jupiter. We also just had the grand air trine with Venus and the Sun. And I mean, and we just had Mars now, as of today, accelerating your destiny with this entanglement, this weekend, I should say, too, with this entanglement with the North and the South nodes. Now, as of today, we've got Mercury and Mars perfecting their conjunction at 19 degrees. Pluto's officially moving direct. We've got Saturn moving direct. We're going to have Neptune moving direct this week. We have the new moon in Libra, and with that new moon, it's also going to be forming another grand air trine. I know, just saying. And also, let's see here, what else is going on? So we've got Neptune now alongside Saturn and our North Node in our 7th house in Pisces. We are entering Scorpio season this week. Stay tuned, I'll do a separate reading for that. You could be feeling a lot of focus this week around health, work, relationships, your hopes, wishes, long-term goals, your commitments, contracts. Because just remember too, Jupiter has officially formed the 2-degree orb trine with Saturn, igniting your 7th and your 11th houses. And Venus and Mars are both in their homes, their most comfortable and amplified positions. Venus in Libra, 2nd house. Mars in Scorpio in our 3rd house. This is where everything in the universe is truly aligning to support you in taking inspired action toward everything that you set your mind to, that you pour your heart into. So let's get started, especially where if you've been dealing with financial or spiritual hardships, poverty, financial difficulties, troubles, family matters. Cannot stress that enough, especially with Juno here activating our 4th house and Sagittarius. That's Jupiter's wife, right? She's doing a lot of healing. We've also had Chiron show up as well in our 8th house in Aries, initiating healing and taking action towards healing some very deep wounds. Now on the 20th, let's take a look at this. Look at this. We've got all these cards in reverse. So there's been a lot of transformation, I can tell you already right here on the cards. This is where it's like if you've been feeling unwilling to make a choice, indecisive, turmoil, feeling overwhelmed or fears of uncertainty, feeling stresses, right? Feeling failures, or feeling that failure is headed towards you. Dealing with broken promises or feeling like you're at a disadvantage of things. Also, too, difficulty focusing on tasks at hand. Worried about lack of skill or that you don't have enough, or even experiencing low ambition towards your goals. Let me tell you, that changes this week. Like, I just can't even tell you. So, with Mars now on the 20th, perfecting the conjunction with Mercury, these two, let me know how you felt this energy in the comments below today, because oh my goodness, with their conjunction at 19 degrees, this is where you can literally conquer anything, achieve anything, and receive anything that you put your mind to. They're literally moving mountains. They're this dynamic duo powerhouse. And they've literally, they've literally cleared that mountain. Anything that you felt that has been driving against you, or a force that's been driving against you, they've cleared that mountain pass. They've got the road paved. They've even got the lines down. They even cured it. They've even sprinkled a little glitter along the way. Tell you the truth, I even wanted to put the glitter out here, but I was like, nope, it's too early. The snow has not fallen yet. I'm not going to jinx it. This is where they are giving you all the strength that you need. All that transformation that you've been working towards. It is now moving forward with the Chariot. I mean, he's holding it. We'll get into this. And things are going to start picking up, and you're leaving all of that was holding you behind in the past, and no longer letting the past define your journey. This is transformation, and you're standing your ground. What? And spoiled for choice and commitments and the Ten of Cups. Okay, let's talk about all of this. So these two, they've cleared this mountain pass. They've even sprinkled glitter in the air for you so that it feels super magical. It's ease. They are helping you surge forward in a way with strides that are greater than your legs, right? It's like, what? They are helping you surge forward toward whatever you've been striving for, been curious about, have been working towards. You may have found yourself today experiencing some big breakthroughs, whether it be in learning or projects, problem solving a complex work problem. Know what I meant, not what I said. Solving a complex problem at work. Developing a project with constructive sequential steps that are necessary, breaking those down, especially with your pragmatic planning. You have all the inner strength that you need, and this, especially with Pluto moving direct now, you're feeling that confidence, that willpower. You've also got the love with Venus here as well. It's self-empowerment like no other. And this is the day where it's like, if you've been even taking on a new skill that you've always wanted to learn, just saying, like exploring beekeeping, playing the saxophone, learning Sanskrit, or I don't know, learning how to knit the tree of Gandor with cabling on both the right and the wrong sides. Whatever you've been doing, even having those crucial conversations that you've been avoiding, whatever it is, these two came together today, the day I'm recording this on the 20th, in such a combined force as this dynamic powerhouse to give you that courage to conquer anything that you put your mind to, and to receive and achieve and ensure that it's aligned with your purpose, confidence in your decisions, in your actions, and your commitments. And I tell you what, expect things to move very quickly this week, this isn't just opening doors. This week is truly where it's like, there are no doors. They've been like the hinges, they've been taken off the hinges for you kind of situation, because on Tuesday, as we enter tomorrow, as of 8:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we also have, like I was saying before, the best new moon in 2025. We have this new moon in Libra, and it's coming in at 28 degrees, which again breaks down to 10, the big reset, and breaks down to a new beginning, which is all that the new moons represent, right? This is big, and it's in our second house. Worth, money, financial management, values. And we've got Venus in Libra right there too, in her home, the planet of values, love, money. So there's a lot to do with money. So not only are you going to see the beauty in all things, but expect things to move, like I say, where you're taking the reins, measuring that duality and standing in your spirituality. This is focusing all your energy. This is the day, this new moon, plant seeds. Cannot stress that enough. Change is coming. Success is meant to be yours. Could involve travel as well, especially with that third house being lit up the way that it is, and especially with Mars being there. This is like fulfilled ambition like no other. And as you can see with the Knight of Pentacles, all the laboring towards your goals, the hard work, long-term goals, especially, you've got the perseverance and the diligence. And because you've had and developed those skills, you can tell he's holding that coin out. He is walking towards his future. And again, we've got double confirmation with swift action. Expect things to move rapidly from this point. There are so many serendipitous aspects that are aligning, not only between Mars and Mercury, also with the Libra new moon, Venus in Libra as well. This is where, like I say, it's very auspicious. You're going to be looking around and seeing the beauty in all things, in the journey, in every step, in every connection, in every quantum entanglement towards your highest timeline. And like I say, it's favored. It's auspicious. It's all about harmony, justice, new beginnings. Your justice is here for you with this new moon. Stay tuned. I'll do a separate read on it, though I won't have the meditation video. And again, I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. But this is where you are leaving with the Seven of Cups, excuse me. You're leaving whatever has held you back behind. You're escaping from whatever has held you back. Defined, like your past that's been defining you, or defining some avenue, some piece of you, some trauma that needed healing, that's allowing you to finally move forward. But not only just move forward in strength. So this is all about, I just have to spread these out a little smidge. What? Okay. Oh, that was there first. I remember that. Let's get these all out on the table here. Okay, let's talk about this. I'm going to open up some room here. All right, so this new moon, it's all about your justice. Now is the time to plant seeds in relationships, new partnerships, love, contracts, because again, it's your second house, Venus. She's commitments, she's contracts. This is like financial increase, seeing financial and experiencing financial freedom. No longer tying a lack mindset to that altogether, and embracing your journey, embracing your blessings. And with this new moon, it's going to also be in full favor because it's forming another grand air trine with Uranus and Pluto. We just had that with Venus and the Sun, right? So this is something that's connecting your career, your reputation, your work, your lifestyle, your deep passions, your finances. And remember, Uranus, he's full of surprises, unexpected breakthroughs. Now you've got the emotional aspect tied in with that, and that is truly tied into your manifestations at 0 degrees and new beginnings with the Fool's journey, right? This is the start of something new that's waiting for you. It's going to fill you with wonder. It's going to fill you up with optimism, and we'll get into it. Jupiter is here too. Don't forget that. But it's also going to fill you with adventure. This is your transformation, and it's divine feminine energy rising. This is the end of the old, the start of something new, a rebirth, and it's got finality to it, commitment to it. It's long lasting. It's transformation, and this is where you're charging towards it with the Page of Swords. So with your patience, your preparation, everything that you've been working towards in your transformation, this is where the Page of Swords has been preparing you for this week. This whole summer has been preparing you. This whole year really has been preparing you for this moment. So, like I say, it's connecting your work, your reputation, your lifestyle, deep passions, your finances. And Uranus is coming in to deliver this unexpected aspect to it, right? This breakthrough for it. So, some of you, I'll be very honest, may be getting proposed to. You might meet the one, this like your true soulmate, where you just know from the bottom of your core when you meet them. There's this kind of energy involved with this new moon. This could also involve work, right? There's the 6th house and the 10th house is activated here with Uranus and Pluto. So this could be changing your lifestyle, work. So you might become the new CEO, CFO, I don't know, missions executive for the company that you work for. Your business or your brand all of a sudden could get this rush of social attention and really take off, where it's like you get a boatload of orders, right? You might even be getting a big promotion or landing that dream job, seeing a dream job opening come through. True story. So for me, I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's there. It's there at the moment. Let me know in the comments below what you think. But, I play the viola. One of my dream jobs that I have always wanted is to play in a symphony again. Well, there just so happens to be an opening for the 2026 year over in Detroit for a viola section. I'm very tempted to try out for it. It pays very well. Being in a big city, I don't know about. I'm letting it all sink in. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what comes through with this new moon, because it'll be unexpected. It's this aspect to it where it's going to feel and come in out of the blue. And remember, Pluto direct, he is unbound. He's taking action with transformation at a time when you're going through huge transformation with Mars and Mercury and Scorpio already. The sun moving into Scorpio this week. We'll get into it, but the moon's also going to be there too. So this is where everything that you're seeking with transformation right now, it's like you're seeking, you're wanting change, you're feeling change. And this is the week, this new moon, the grand air trine, the grand water trines that are going to be forming. Not only is it serendipity, but what wants you, or what you want wants you. The universal balance is favoring you. This is karmic rewards coming in, receiving gifts, financial opportunity. And right after that, we've got the sun. And remember, Mercury and Mars are conjunct at 19 degrees. This is everything going well and in your favor. Good fortune coming in with ease with these trines. Also, too, with Pluto ruling health. This is also health breakthroughs, success, being filled with positivity, and it'll be fun. All of these new doors, all this change. It's not going to be resilient or resounding fear, but instead it brings in and ushers in excitement. It's exceptional. Especially with the peppermint, it's like a peppermint patty in your mouth or a peppermint latte. It's got that fresh energy to it that just clears your palate and fills you with all of this energy that is so refreshing. It's like that breath of fresh air. And if that all resonates, by all means, if your ear just started ringing or if you just got goosebumps, put a heart in the comments below because it gets better. So on the 22nd, after we have this new moon where what you want wants you, oh my goodness, I hope you're doing a happy dance here, because this is big between the 22nd and the 24th, really. And even into this next weekend, oh my goodness. We'll get into that. Stay tuned for the weekend read. But on the 22nd, once we wake up on Wednesday, Neptune will be re-entering Pisces and forming a grand water trine with Jupiter and Saturn. And remember, Jupiter's in our 11th house. Hopes, wishes, dreams, long-term aspirations. Saturn is karma, legacy, structure, discipline, also entangled with wealth. Neptune is vision, dreamy energy, right? Especially at his higher expressions, and leadership when it comes to collective compassion. And I will also say, so this is very serendipitous, but it's kind of this bittersweetness to it as well. It will be the last time in all of our lifetimes that we'll get to see Neptune in Pisces. But don't worry, he's not going anywhere yet. He'll just be in Pisces for a minute, or he'll be there for a while is what I'm trying to say. But with him coming back to stand united with Saturn once again in our 7th house, right where our North Node is, forming this grand water trine. And keep in mind too, Mars and Mercury are also here on the table. And the sun too. We enter Scorpio season on the 22nd. So we've got this conjunction between Mars, Mercury, and the sun in Scorpio, in water, with Neptune in water, Jupiter and in Cancer, and Saturn all in water. This is like, I cannot, we'll get into it, but this is such a beautiful energy. So this is starting Scorpio season off with like doing the most difficult of high dives and getting the perfect score. It's like doing all 4 somersaults, all 3.5 twist pikes, and there's barely a ripple on the surface. It's flawless kind of energy. And stay tuned because I'm going to do a Scorpio season reading. This is where Virgos are shining in that Empress energy. And remember, divine feminine energy is rising. Every seed that you've planted, all the transformation, all that you've been working for, is coming into a serendipitous, fertile point of pinnacle of success. So this is birth, maternal influences, everything that you've been nurturing is now really starting to grow, and it's moving from vegetative state to flower state. So this is standing and experiencing your luxuries, material wealth. Venus is all over this, right? Embracing nature and being grounded, bringing the sacred into the ordinary, and standing in your creativity. There is something here where options are coming in where you're going to be spoiled for choice in such a beautiful way. And like I say, this is flawless. So where Jupiter's luck, optimism, expansion is now combining with Saturn's structure, discipline, legacy, karmic rewards, Neptune's vision and dreams, and Mars, Mercury, and the Sun all activating your 3rd house of communication. Your 7th house is being activated, partnerships, commitments. 3rd house is contracts too, by the way, right? 11th house, friendships, hopes, wishes, dreams, support systems, networks, humanitarian efforts, long-term goals. All of them are aligning and bringing your most ambitious goals, your most ambitious hopes, vision to life. And they're all going to be creating this dynamic, dramatic, tangible result. They're bringing all of your long-held dreams into tangible results, into the here and now. And I will say too, it is all tied to Juno. Thank you, Juno. Hubby and wife, Jupiter and Juno, are together, and her being in Aries, in Sagittarius, in our 4th house of home and family. So this is the day on the 22nd, mark your calendar, where it's all tied to when Juno was sextile with Venus on the 1st of October, igniting that 4th house of home and family, creating this beautiful, optimistic future for you. And I will also say that between the 22nd and the 29th, that grand water trine, otter, don't ask. Actually, fun tangent about otters. So, and put a heart in the comments below if you know this story, or let me know your thoughts. But one of my favorite stories from Native American culture is the creation story. And that really is the epitome of this day. So I'll try and make this short, but basically and hopefully I don't butcher it. I apologize to everyone that feels that I get this wrong, okay, or strike a chord. But so basically it talks about the great floods, right? And so all these animals come, they basically surface on the great turtle. And we're talking about meeting the eagle. And he basically, when he gets there, he's like telling everybody like, yeah, I flew for miles to get here, thankfully. Or he's telling the turtle. And then you've got, I forgot everybody that comes in. But you've got the bear on there as well. And he had to swim for what he felt like days. You've got the whale even, I think, as well, or some sort of a fish. I'm sorry, I'm butchering this. But he's basically sitting there and he's like, yeah, I haven't seen land forever. The premise of it is that all of these animals come to take shelter or, solitude or take safety, sanctuary on the turtle's back, on the shell. And so all of them are like sitting here. And this includes the otter and the muskrat. So while all these animals are here, they're all talking, they're telling their stories where they're like, I don't see any land. And so they're like, okay, we've swam for miles, we've flown for miles, we see no land, we've experienced no land. Maybe if we go down, we've got to see how deep this is. Maybe we'll find land there, and that'll tell us how long it'll take for the waters to recede. And so each and every one of them take their turn, dive deep into the depths of the water, right? And each and every one of them return, gasping for breath. And they said, no, I swam, I dove, whatever, for as deep as I could go, and I couldn't find anything. So finally, out of all of them, the muskrat steps up to the plate. The beaver was there, not the otter. Anyway, I'm butchering this story. I truly apologize. But all of a sudden, the muskrat comes in, and he's like, you know what? Let me try. And everybody looks at him, because this is by far the smallest animal out of all of them. And they're like, you sure, buddy? We don't want you to get hurt. It's the story of the underdog in the best way. And so he's like, no, I think I can do it. Just give me a shot. And so here he is. He starts breathing deep, taking his, getting ready to take that deep breath. And all of a sudden he jumps in and he swims. And all of them are looking down, just waiting for him to pop up like maybe 30 seconds later. Doesn't happen. They're waiting for a minute. Doesn't happen. They're waiting for 20 minutes. Still he's not up. They waited for well over an hour. And finally, they see a paw crest the surface. They see his head crest the surface and take this big grasp of air, and they all help him in. And when he opens his paw as they bring him up onto the shell, he's got a paw full of dirt. And so from then on, true story, if you ever are in a spring-fed creek, water, like river system, whatever, true story, otters will always open their home, their dams up, and let the muskrats stay for the winter. They will always open their doors to the muskrat. This is that underdog story on this day where all of these planets, all of your aspirations are now coming up with that paw of sand, that paw of soil, and all these doors are opening up for you, and you are becoming revered. These long-held dreams. And like I say with Juno, it's all tied to home, family, creating that beautiful, optimistic future. So again, I'll just say, between the 22nd and the 29th, right after this new moon, there is this peak of this grand water trine that is absolutely beautiful. You're going to feel this passion, this charisma, for at least 2 weeks beyond that. And I will say the trine between Saturn and Jupiter, this is going to be blessing us all the way through the next 2 years. So it's not going anywhere, but expect that all the transformation, all the work that you've been doing is truly going to open up this new life in the next 2 years for Virgos. This is the time. Set your intentions under this new moon, because this week, with everything that's coming in, it'll feel surreal. It'll feel like so many pinch me, don't pinch me opportunities kind of thing, especially like I was saying, a viola section opening in a symphony, and they actually pay really well. Pinch me, don't pinch me. You're going to feel absolutely blessed in such a beautiful way. It's going to feel like serendipity. And it's going to also pull you towards that North Node ascension, right? This is where, particularly when it comes to relationships, it's coming into the contact with the right people, your soul tribe, your soul family, balance and harmony and love, partnerships, self-love, passion in your dreams, your long-held aspirations. And it's all going to be healthy, right? Because during that time when Neptune and Saturn were both in retrograde, they were basically asking you, like, for this new activation, this new life in the next 2 years coming into 2026 with the big reset, who do you want to take with you? While Venus has been asking you, what's your heart desires? What do you want your destiny to look like? Let's make that happen. Let's bring it into harmony, especially with this new moon in Libra in our second house. Let's bring it into harmony. Let's claim your justice. Let's claim your 10 of Cups. Let's get you blessed. It's going to feel like serendipity. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Every interaction that you guys make help elevate this message to the ears that need to hear it. So truly, each and every one of us collectively will help get this message to the people that need to be blessed, that need to be lifted up in what they're building with their 10 of Cups. Because your happiness, your attainment of joy, family, serendipity, luck, love, success, stability, health is all coming in for you. So, on the 23rd as well, because we're not done yet, I'm just saying. So on the 23rd, the moon is also now in Scorpio. I hope you just did a happy dance or are sitting down, maybe got some goosebumps. If you did, let me know, because this is the time. Check this out. The Sun, Mars, Mercury, and now the moon are all conjuncting. Yes, I said that right. It's a triple conjunction. And the moon in Scorpio is going to be trining Saturn, Jupiter, and Neptune. And yes, you did hear me right. That is another grand water trine. Yes, I know. So this is effortless flow, harmony in relationships, in communication, in long-term aspirations. And now the moon is adding this perceptive, oh my gosh, and the Ace of Swords at the bottom, and your hard work will pay off. No more entrapment. You've already made enough sacrifice. It's time to transform your work and come into harmony. We'll talk about all of it. So this is a big day. No pressure. Mark your calendars. And we've got the Empress again. That's great. So this is, with this second grand water trine, this is where the moon is adding this perceptive emotional depth to your relationships, to your long-term aspirations, to your charisma, to your passions. And it's all effortless. It's harmony. This is going to be helping you with intuitively understanding motivations, helping you with transformative conversations with your community, with your family, with neighbors, with partnerships. And remember, with your commitments. This is third house activation in a very potent stellium, all in Scorpio. It's a triple conjunction, and it will be guiding you with that intuition, that intuitive awakening through all of this down a very deep path of wisdom. So this is where you're communicating with passion. I'll just put that out there. You've got something to say on this day, and it's profound. There's this deep path of wisdom that you're going on that offers you profound emotional growth, creative expression in such a way that connects you with people, with the people that you're with, that you're aligned to, that you come in contact with through all of this serendipity, these fated events, this fated entanglement with the North Node as well. And it's going to really break through, allow this beautiful transformation. So I do also want to just say, Mercury is beginning his pre-shadow period of retrograde this week. So the retrograde won't happen until November 9th to be specific. But you're going to be seeing people of the past resurface. Family, relatives, could be traveling to places of the past as well. There's going to be this nostalgic atmosphere about it, especially with Neptune just coming out just moving direct, I should say, into Pisces with the last time that he's going to be in Pisces in our lifetime. So there is some nostalgia attachment with this. But with Saturn and Neptune also being trine with the moon during this time, these two in particular are going to be moving forward again, right? Back into your 7th house. So this is basically going to be just checking in about how you feel, what you've learned in partnerships, about relationships, where you've healed, who you've chosen as your chosen family, your soul tribe. And with the moon, with the triple conjunction in Scorpio too, you're going to have some things to say. So I'm just going to put that out there. It's basically, you're going to have things, you're communicating in a way that's where it's like the mind, the heart, your passions are all going to be centered around what you're willing to endure for your desires. And you're wanting this change. Like I say, this week is all about what you want wants you. You're aligned and everything's aligning for you, especially with all this, like all these transits, all these aspects. So I do want to also put this out there. Jupiter on the 23rd will be squaring Chiron. And remember, Chiron's our wounded healer. So all the healing that Chiron's been offering has been building up to this moment. I'm just going to forewarn you, this is a day where not only are you going to have something to say, but people are going to feel sensitive today. And remember, your words are potent. Your 3rd house is activated with the sun, the moon, Mars, Mercury. Yes, that's all I got to say. So this is the day where all this healing that Chiron's been offering us has been building up. There's like this Band-Aid coming off. It's up to you on if you put bee propolis in there to heal, to disinfect, to regenerate that skin, right? Anything that you need to heal through this transformation. This is the day where it'll basically let you check in and see if there's any additional shadow work in building deep connections and relationships and how you're building wealth. There's something big here that's going to heal, that's been this kind of seeping wound, if you will, that you've been working on. And on this day, with the trines between Neptune and Saturn, with the grand water trine, you're going to heal or have this, or experience this heal into this beautiful scar that's got some tough, resilient, regenerative tissue. It's got something to do with loss. It's got something to do with grief, something that puts you in despair, maybe centered around regret. It left you heavy-hearted. This is the moment on the 23rd where you're putting all of that behind you. You've done the work with healing it, right? Like I say, you've got the bee propolis in there. Maybe even put some AAA, antibiotic on it, right? Maybe even some, I don't know, what is the name of it? The anti-burn cream that's really good for scars, right? Maybe even some vitamin E, some jojoba oil. That's what I'm talking about. But this is where you're finally free. You're moving forward in this new cycle, cherishing the present with the 5 of Cups. This is where all these spilt cups no longer matter. You got 2 right here, right there with you, forming this beautiful trine with you. And again, we've got Mars leading the charge, right? With that scorpionic energy lit up towards this new cycle, towards this change, towards the adjustments that are needed to let you flow freely in that sacral energy. That is turning wounds to wisdom, pain to passion, and also too utilizing all that wisdom as tools for your present and for building your future. And if that resonates, like I say, by all means put a heart in the comments below, because we feel you here on this channel, and we're here lifting you up back into that place of the Empress power, with synergy, with growth, with dynamic balance, and with the support, with that heart chakra wide open. This is also too looking at the energy of Venus. Remember, Venus is all about justice, harmony, and Libra. She's lifting you up. She just had that grand air trine this last week, right? This is gorgeous energy. Everybody is working for you and surrounding you with love. The laws of nature, the laws of the universe, the laws of attraction. This is where truly you're seeing with that Venus energy, the beauty that surrounds you, the pleasure that's attainable, success in material wealth, in whatever you've been nurturing, whatever seeds you've been planting, been sowing. This is where everything comes into alignment. Development of projects, ideas, relationships, everything's balanced with synergy. And on the 24th, this is where truly action. This whole week is action with the Ace of Swords. New beginnings, standing in your potential, infinite potential, your personal power. But it's also new ideas, right? It's the beginning, exalting those dreams with that Piscean energy. Saturn, Neptune, Pluto in Aquarius, Saturn as well with that Capricorn energy, structure, discipline, your legacy, your good karma, your justice. Charging towards it with courage, standing in your leadership, enjoying the prosperity and the success that's truly the soul contract you were meant to write into your life, into your experience. So like I say, this week, oh my goodness, it's going to fly by fast. Cherish every single moment because it is truly the most social, most exceptional, most exciting, and the most serendipitous month or week out of the whole month of October. And on the 24th. So let's get into it because this is where, like I say, you're crowned. You've got that crown. Not in a kingly way, but in a way that it's your justice, it's your liberty, right? Every work that you've done, all the work that you've done, invested in. Because remember, you've got Uranus lighting up your 10th house. That's your career. Honors, achievements, how you're seen, how you invest your time and energy. Pluto in your 6th house. That's your work, your lifestyle. Now on the 24th, the sun's going to be square with Pluto. Mercury, being the ruler of us, will be trining Jupiter and Saturn. Right after this grand water trine, 2 grand water trines to be exact. But either way, who's counting, right? We've only had 3 just this week. But this is where Pluto, I just want to prepare you. So in a good way, Pluto is a planet that asks, are you going to own this energy? Yes, he is the ruler of the underworld. However, in Aquarius, he has so much high vibrational energy. This is outside the box transformation, breaking down systems that were designed to always work against you, right? This is where your comforts truly come into play, your stability with that Taurian energy. And they're being exalted with Saturn trining Jupiter at this point. So Mercury's trining Jupiter and Saturn at the same time that the sun is squaring Pluto. So with Pluto basically being that type of a planet that asks you, are you going to own this energy? This is a day to own this moment. And if you just got goosebumps, let me know in the comments below, because this is the time where you want to use these higher frequencies, these higher expressions to feeling driven, feeling empowered in everything you do. Because remember, that's Pluto. He's lifting you up to that empowerment. This is the day to own this moment and remember that kindness counts. So this is the day where you choose. We always choose each and every day, each and every moment. But this is the day where kindness counts in such a beautiful way with Jupiter and Saturn and Mercury, with that communication at play, right? Being exalted with blessings in your structure, who you are, in your character, in your values, in your integrity. So this is the day to choose the moment, seize the moment, and pay it forward when and where you can. Because you might change someone's day today. You might change someone's world today with one small action, one small token of love. And with the square aspect, Pluto is going to be challenging that sun high vibrational energy with his empowerment. He's asking you, are you going to own this? So this is the day where it's best to remember. You'll feel empowered to remember never to let anyone take away your power or pull you into a low vibration, low frequency, and choose instead to radiate at this time, because this square, there's something challenging that you may experience with a power struggle, coworker, maybe some intense office politics. It's time to shine. This is basically putting an end to any type of jealousy, backstabbing, treachery, hatred, retaliation, and instead shine in those bright horizons, soul's temple, in that passion, in our 3rd house, in Scorpio, right? With the triple conjunction that we just had. This is where it's time to radiate. It's time to harness all that shining scorpionic energy from the sun, from Mercury, into constructive conversation, constructive communication. So don't be afraid to voice your needs. Don't be afraid to voice your concerns. Have those negotiations with optimism, with realism. Stand in your maturity. Because remember, with the Hanged Man, this is all about being open to those perspectives. To know that even when your trust is being tested, you've got Pluto empowering you in all your maturity, in all your transformation, in all your optimism with Jupiter and Saturn, to change tension to collaboration and create a healthier system of stability by building bridges, not burning them down, even if there's already a torch lit on the other side by someone else. This is where whoever is trying to rain in on your parade, you've already done the work with that 8 of Pentacles, right? You've already learned. You've got the emotional coherence. You know how to respond and not react, right? You know that your hard work, your concentrated efforts, your diligence, your talent in your craft, your art has been growing. This is the day where you're standing in your stability as a Virgo. And remember, that's bringing the sacred into the ordinary. This is where I will also say, mark your calendars for the 24th, because with these two trines, with the grand water trine, this square aspect, this is nothing. That's all I got to say. This is the time to really, it's just going to basically be a thing where you get to feel empowered. It's going to rise you up and remember or remind you of your strength to shine and to radiate. So mark your calendars, because with Mercury trining Saturn, this is where luck is also on your side. And remember, Saturn, that's contracts. When we've got Jupiter there, that's your support systems. You're signing something. You're forming a group. You're building a cooperative. You're building stability. There's something here, whatever it is. It's big. It's solidifying something. And Jupiter is blessing it. And with Saturn, it's long term. It's tied to your legacy. And no pressure, but I really want to hear about it. So let me know in the comments below. Just saying. But either way, this is where you've got cooperation, you've got harmony, you've got the wind in your sails. This is where whatever has challenged you with power struggles, you're empowered to rise above. And like I say, it's not only just about choosing the right partners, it's changing with your leadership those areas of tension to collaboration and unifying things with transformation with that tower. This is where instead you're turning enemies into friends. This is where you may even too be reconciling. I can talk. But either way, you're leading with the heart. And you're providing that open door, that place of support, not only for yourself, but for everyone. And you're doing it with Venus's blessing and with Jupiter's blessing, with Cancer showing up here as well. And remember, with the heart chakra, this is truly about holding a space of forgiveness for yourself each and every day, seeing the world through a compassionate lens, and two, being a vessel for divine love in all the dualities that we face, through acceptance, through honoring and respecting people, right? Embracing those polarities, because those new perspectives bring strength to the unity when we work together in your choices, in your decisions, in your relationships, and in your partnerships. And whatever was built on sand, whatever tries to knock you off, right? Disempower you. Try to create misconceptions. There's a sudden epiphany that's shining through with your spiritual leadership because of your spiritual growth. Remember, Pluto in retrograde, he was having us harness that inner spiritual warrior. Now that he's direct, he's empowering you. He's asking you to own your spiritual warrior, to define your success, and more importantly, to transform by this success by bringing everybody in with you in a way where it's like whatever was built on sand, that's now fallen to the wayside. Now it's time to build something that's long lasting, that's stable, and that's spiritually gifted and guided. This is releasing any type of feelings that have held back or been held back, any disruptions, right? And embracing the sudden changes, the gifts, the harmony that are aligning in serendipity with building better foundations that stand any storm, stand the test of time, and more importantly, allow you to stand in your new beginnings with harmony when it comes to the 1 and the 6. And like I say, with all that scorpionic energy, oh my goodness, just expect to be tapped in. That's all I gotta say. Your intuition is off the charts. And stay tuned for that Scorpio season reading, because like I say, you're going to have passion, you're going to have drive, and your intuition is going to be guiding you the whole way, especially with Neptune now moving direct. Oh my goodness. So before we go as well, thank you. I just want to look at some additional guidance from our spirit animals. And oh, geez. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. There's some good news coming in this week. There's some good connections being made, and Spirit is sending you messages. Why can't I say that ever? Or lately. Sorry, guys. Either way, this is the time to open your greater vision and see the signs. Not only is it going to feel serendipitous this week, there's going to be some synchronistic, serendipitous moments. Focus on your priorities. Eliminate the distractions. You have a bright future. This is the time to ascend, to let yourself ascend to new heights, because you've got that inner fire like no other, especially with the tiger. This is being unstoppable. This is where your passion, all that pain is now your passion, and now your passion is your power. This is the time where you are feeling that courageousness. You're bold, you're brave, and you've got mighty forces at your side. So if this resonates, like I say, share your thoughts. Let me know. Like, share, subscribe, because truly each and every one of you are what makes this channel not only a success, but more importantly, a family, a support system. So for music meditation this week, especially as you plant your seeds for justice, harmony in relationships, love, money, finances, all of the above, what we pulled is the C, the G sharp, and the F sharp, and then color therapy. What's really going to help with giving you that power with that vibration is red for that root chakra, indigo for your crown, and then also green for that heart chakra. And as you can see too, we've got intuition leading the way, opening that heart chakra right up. So I hope you guys, each and every one of you, have a beautiful week this week. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.